Okay, good morning and welcome to Vibrant Morning here in BTV, Kenya. Now, Vibrant Morning, as we know, every morning we are here to discuss and to bring you what is in the People Daily newspaper. Apart from that, we also dive into matters that are current, that is current affairs and things that are really affecting us directly. Remember, you can follow us on BTV Kenya. That's on your YouTube page. Just go to YouTube, visit BTV Kenya, leave a comment, let us know where we're reaching you from. At the same time, you can also visit us on Facebook, Blackman TV. You can also subscribe, leave a comment, like, follow us, let us know. Also, you can visit us on other social media platforms, that is TikTok and also on Instagram. You can also reach us and get more of what we are doing here. That is on. You can also get us on WhatsApp. We'll launch soon a page where you can also follow us. Thank you so much for keeping tuned. I'm your host, Gagi Isaiah. Once again, let me say welcome to BTV, your home live TV. Now in the studio with me is my co-host Lennox Odede. Good morning, Lennox.
Good morning.
How are you today?
Fine, thank you.
Thank you so much. Mr. Akoko Kosiki. Kosiki, good morning.
Good morning.
How are you today?
I'm good, thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Kosiki, for for accepting to honor the invitation and making sure that you keep time to be here. Thank you so much. Let me give both of you a minute each at least to say hi, introduce yourselves, so that our viewers who are viewing us for the first time will get opportunity to know you more and more. Welcome, Kosiki.
Yes. It's another day that I felt it good to give your praise. It has taken a couple of days before we gather, like we've done it here today. I just want to wish our viewers all the best, and we have a lot to discuss. Welcome.
Thank you so much. Let me now introduce my co-host and give us brief of what's happening in Migori.
Thank you so much and good morning. Actually, Migori is so quiet. Actually, Migori is so quiet. It's only that there are two sad incidences. One is in Masara, another one is in Onyalo. The first incident in Masara, a father was left with 5 children in Masara, and the father is so sick. The wife left him, and so the children are forced to do the elderly, or rather the fatherly duties. Like the firstborn is around 15 years, the secondborn is around 12 years, and they're being forced to look for, or how do we call them, menial jobs. Coco, is it menial jobs? Yes, to at least fend for their family, because the father is sick, so the family is seeking for someone who can help them. Another incident is that there's a woman in Onyala who was also left by the husband. She has a disabled child, physically disabled child, who, and again, she's unable to get any school that can accommodate the child here in Migori County. So the child is 12 years old, and since the child was born up to now, the child has never stepped in a school compound. So when he got a chance at a school by the name Joyland in Kisumu, she was given an admission letter, and the child was offered a chance to join in that school, but surprisingly, the mother was not able to at least get the requirements, the required things so that at least the child can go to school. And again, how do we call it? So she's still with the child, so she's appealing to anyone who can at least come in and help him so that the child can go to school to come in. Another thing, the controversial church in Rongo was officially closed, and the Deputy County Commissioner Rongo, George Matundura, said that no one is allowed to access the church compound. Kila mtu arudi kwao, the ancestral land, and that is it. And the lawyers, the church had some lawyers, the lawyers complained and were not satisfied with the decision of closing down the church. They claimed that the sect member, or rather the church members' right for worship were violated. So I think that's all in Migori County, but generally Migori County kuna utulivu when it comes to political temperature, and as we wait for the president, because the president will come here on 4th and 5th next month. So I think as we wait for the president, kuna utulivu.
Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Lennox, for the brief of what is in the Migori. Akoko, do you have anything that happened in Migori, just in Migori?
I saw a video circulating in the social media where some, I don't know whether to call them gangsters or goons, I could see people fighting over there. So I really wanted Odede to actually let me know if at all it was politically motivated. You know, we are living in an era whereby people are not supposed to speak their minds.
Is it when
those that are, let me get done, those that are in various positions tend to think that they were born to be there and to stay over there.
Akoko, I always have an issue with you. You always take
we've just started the conversation, yes, and you have an issue with me.
With you because it is like you're now throwing words into something you're not even sure, something you don't.
I was addressing Odede. You know, a good speaker must also be a good listener.
Good. And I really understand.
So also, even listening is also a way of communication. So let him answer me, because I know Odede must be having some tip-offs based on my argument. Okay. Odede, welcome. What happened? You know, I've been away.
Okay.
For the last 6 days I've been away.
I did not want to speak about the video, but now you have forced me to speak about the video. But you will allow me to at least use how do you call a coded language in quotes, but it will not be a coded language. But I will not attack anybody. Yes. So the video, someone was being beaten. You know, when you see someone being beaten,
assaulted,
because the person was being beaten using how do you call them?
Logs.
Logs. Hizi ni ya jembe. Unajua mtu akikupiga kutumia log, huyo mtu si mtu wa kuku. The person is out to kill you. Yes, the person wants you dead. And some people were shouting, achana na where are they? Was it Guaymoromo? Something like that. So, you know, when I saw the video, then I went to the comment section. Then I found out that the beating could be politically instigated. Why? Because I saw some people who are affiliated to a particular politician supporting that beating, and they were like, mtu akipigwa hivyo ndio sasa hata ongea, hata sema yale maneno amekuwa akisema, mambo kama hayo. Unapigwa hadi ushindwe kusema ngamoko tio, something like that. You see someone saying that. And then I realized that the person who was being beaten also belonged to, or was affiliated to, another political leader here in Migori County. And the people who are affiliated to that political leader also were like, you can't beat someone like this, in as much as there is an ideological difference, but you can't do this, you can't really do this, this is very wrong, you see. So, or such like things. So, the beating, as Akoko has said it was politically instigated, because it's like some people are sent, go and beat so and so, or rather, anywhere you will meet so and so, go and beat him. I won't mention the name of the person who was beaten, and I won't mention the people who are beating him, and I won't mention the people, the name of the politicians who are affiliated to the people who are beating, or even the name of the politician who is affiliated to the person who was being beaten. But all in all, the beating, that kind of beating, was politically instigated.
You see, I watched that video.
Yeah.
But at first, people like it was in CIA. You know, I couldn't get the story properly. It was like some people are saying this happened in CIA. Some people are saying this happened in Migori. Some people are saying that person was. The elections were being conducted and that person was. So I couldn't really digest what that. So I have no basis to comment on that, because personally I have not gotten the facts. What we have to say is that we condemn such kind of acts. It is not good for any other person or anything that will happen. Now in Migori still, we see there is the Migori County still mourning the loss of Bishop Kangie. Yeah, that it really struck so hard. It did strike so hard on us, and we pray that God will actually comfort us, believers, comfort the people of Migori, comfort Migori County government for the loss that they've had through the passing on of the late now Bishop Dr. Kangie. Apart from that, there are a lot of stories. Looking onto the cover page of the People Daily newspaper, the big story of the day is how Kenyans sold their organs for a motorcycle. And you realize from this story is that a lot, the people, the organization who tried to whistleblow on what was happening, but they were not kind of given the opportunity. They never had it time until it now became serious. And from the story, you realize that these people, some of these people were lured. They were promised good money. They ended up getting, I call that a penny. That is around 120,000 or 130,000 or 150,000. And you end up there from the story, realize that the middlemen, those who are in the middle, was pocketing around 29.5 million Kenyan shillings. And some were abducted. Some from the abduction, they were taken to scenes, to areas where these operations were done. Some crossed the border using false documents. If you read the story, that's what is contained in the story. And a lot more. Now we have seen the government moving with speed and closing Medihill Medical Center, as believed to be part of the whole saga. I don't know what you people have to say when it comes. I only used to watch this in a movie where you see organs are being sold. Now it is here with us. What is your take, Mr. Lennox?
You know, first I watched the documentary. It was done by an international media house. I won't mention the name, but I watched the documentary. And one thing I realized is that most people were lured into donating their organs, particularly kidney. And one of the people that I saw was from Rift Valley, and this boy, or rather this young man, was now unable to do some heavy tasks. And then what they were saying is that once you go there, then when you're signing the documents, you're being told that you're donating the organ to your relative, because it is something that is illegal. You can only donate an organ to your relative or something like that. But then Kumbe kuna mzungu anaisubiri pale huko nje and all that, and then when they come, wazungu pia wanaambiwa, you, let's say the person donating the organ is your relative and all that. So that on aside, some people got around 600,000 shillings. Now when you compare 600,000 shillings, that's a small money. That's a very small money, because when you look at the amount of money maybe the middleman and the hospital was making, it was huge and a lot of money. So it is something that has left most of our youths in despair, because 600, when you look at how the guy spent his 600,000, the guy went and bought a car. Then he thought that was the end, that now amefika mwisho. Then he bought a second-hand car and all that. Gari limeharibika, liko hapo, pesa haijamsaidia. That is haijamsaidia. So I think the government should come in, because a lot of youths are in need of money, and very many youths are in need of jobs. Government should come in, create more employment opportunities, and ensure that each and every person at least gets an employment, so that, because they say that an idle mind
is the workshop of the devil.
Yeah, is the workshop of the devil. And then when I looked at the statistics again, then I realized that most people who are involved in that, can I call it a syndicate or something like that? Kumbe leo nimeongea kizungu kubwa. So when you look at the statistics, most people who are lured into that syndicate were from Central Kenya. And it is something that is so surprising. So it is a sad thing, because I realized, kitambo nilikuwa najua someone can survive with a kidney. With one kidney.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes. Someone can survive, but I realized that as you survive with one kidney, then there's health complications that comes with it. Because number one, now you cannot carry out heavy duties. You are only supposed to do light jobs and all that. And when you look at those people again, their health really deteriorated
with time.
Yeah, with time. And it is something that is.
Akoko, what is your take on the whole of this saga, this syndicate, as Lennox put it? What is your take?
First of all, we need to know the genesis of all these problems.
Yeah.
Before we start any arrest, let the investigation be done. And I put all the blames on the current government. Going as per how things were happening there, the majority of those that were donating their kidney, they are from they are from different, from the poor family backgrounds. The government cannot feed her people. This government is not able to feed their people. Youths are not employed. There is high rate of unemployment. So, because you don't want to steal, it is unethical, you have family to take care of, what do? You donate your because the constitution allows that. Donating a kidney to another person is not a crime.
Yeah.
Some of these things that we tend to do, we are doing so because we have no any other alternative. You have, and the problem here is with the government. Before we go to these middlemen, these black people, do you know how much a kidney costs? It's over 29 million, over 29 million. And there is a middle person here, between I and that farm, there is another person here. And this same person is earning more than me myself, but has already donated the blood. They killed him. So the bottom of the matter here lies with the government, lies with our leaders. Just the other day I had CS Health and then Duale. And Duale has nothing to do with. He's not a media. He's not even a medic practitioner.
He's a teacher.
He's a teacher, and he's leading that docket. Right now, I heard him saying there are some top government officials that are going to be implicated here. So this business, there are some people here. So fighting it will be very difficult. You know, after 2 to 3 weeks, it will not be here again. Nobody will be hearing it again. But Kenyans are dying in silence. Kenyans, brother, are dying in silence. Some people are being kidnapped. You go donate that kidney by force. And here when you write something on the social media, you are being put under arrest. You are being arrested because you cannot speak your mind. Health is a constitutional right. Health. It is shrined in the Constitution. That is why, should you be arrested right now, taken to any jail, but imbaye ukuwe mgonjwa, the first thing that they will do, they will take the hospital. Why? Because health is a human right. I'm calling upon this government to stop these shoddy investigations. Before they go for this middlemen, are you getting me? Let them ensure those that actually were forced to donate their kidneys should first of all be compensated the actual amount.
So who's going to compensate them?
It's the government.
Was the government involved? Did the government tell them to go and donate their
Everybody, we are being guided by this by one government. We are government project. I myself,
so
I'm a government.
So if you're a government
you
project,
too, you are a government. What's a government?
So if I decide voluntarily to donate my kidney and it turned out that I'm now affected, how is the government to come in there?
What if you commit a suicide? Okay. 2 weeks ago, someone was arrested here, so he hung himself in a chopper. He was arrested. Why do you think that gentleman was arrested?
Because the government is so busy with this life.
Exactly. Yeah. That's the same way the government is busy with our life. We are this government. Government cannot run without you or I. We are part and parcel of this government, and that is why I call upon the department concerned to ensure they get involved in this thing. If they do so, then they are part and parcel of that. Are you getting me, brother? So, first of all that is needed to be done, let them create a working, let them create jobs. Sijaona mkubwa akienda kudonate nini yake. Nimeona angalia kenye wanafanya. Look at what they're doing. You are donating your kidney and you are being given 100,000 and you buy a motorbike. Haujaenda kukunywa hiyo pombe. Haujaenda kwa usharati. Umeenda ukafanya nini? Which means you want a living. Somebody has taken 29 million. 29 million. If you are given 10 million right now, that one, you will change, your life will change. We won't even be able to see you around here. Your life will change. And somebody is taking that money because you are okay, you are conditioned. You are too desperate to an extent that you hauna mbele wala nyuma. And some of these people, they hold
high positions in the government. So the problem are not the people donating their blood, because, but it's in the constitution. You can do something because of out of ignorance. Njaa imekusukuma sana, njaa imekusukuma mpaka sasa ujui utakula nini. Sheria pia inasema kwamba ukiiba utafanya nini? Sasa unaibwa na mabwenyenye. Instead of you stealing, instead of you stealing, in fact you are afraid of being arrested. So you say, no, let me not steal. The only thing that I'm having here, I have my whatever, I have my kidney, I have my blood, I have my, so let me donate one. But it is very painful. If you're a human being, this thing is so painful. You have, by the way, even if it's a matter of business, how do you feel if you steal from somebody, a layman, a very poor man? You're stealing from a poor man, a poor person who has got nothing to offer. He has just offered his kidney. Life is gone. Hiyo biashara mzeta kama unataka kuwasaidia wa familia yako, will you manage it? So the problem is with the government. Let this government stop this judicial investigations. Your mother is put under arrest. So no. That will not help. Let them create employment opportunities. How do they do that? How do they create these employment opportunities? Yeah. Let us build as many factories as possible. For example, should they build any factory here at Migori? Some years ago we had Midas here. When this Midas was operating, even the border people here were getting mama mboga hapa down, hakuna pesa. Sababu you are employed over there, sindio? You will be taken over there, maybe by motorbike, gari, amepata pesa. Ukirudi hapo utabai mboga hapa, maziwa hapa. See, money will be circulating. The problem lies with our leaders. The main problem, the main challenge that African countries are going through, we have kakistocratic form of leadership. Kakistocracy. You know, we have calistocratic and kakistocratic. Google then see. Those are the problems that we are going through. Myopic. Most of our leaders are suffering from myopia. They tend to think that now that I'm in this position, I'm the overall. Now that I'm sitting here at the Blackman TV, before I came over here, there was somebody here before me. And should I leave, somebody is coming after me. Are you getting me? So, let us stop using our position, our current position, to abstract others.
Lennox, I did hear you spit out some laughs.
No, the English words were too huge for me to handle.
Okay. Even as we do that, let us also tell our youth, let us be on the watch. Let us be very careful with our lives. Let us see, today we are here, tomorrow we are not here. But what can we do? In whatever we do, life is very important. And being that today you are not fortunate does not mean that tomorrow you are not going to be fortunate. Let us not engage ourselves in activities that at the end of the day we regret. And also let us tell our youth to be on watch. Don't be easily lured on things that will endanger your lives. Now that's part of the story which is there. There's another story here I want to check on page.
Why are you quiet? Nani? You know I talked about kakistocracy and kleptocracy.
No, we get you.
Who is quiet? Me or Gabi?
I get you.
A government that is being led by the least qualified people, that is a aristocratic form of leadership.
Okay, it's okay. But I don't know how you view the least qualified. Because you cannot...
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe Akoko is trying to say that someone is qualified in another field, and then he is being taken to lead another department or another field. Like someone might be qualified in education sector, then this person is taken to lead an ICT sector or health sector. So that is what Akoko is trying to say, because once you are an expert in a field and you are taken somewhere, I think the terminologies there will confuse you, because for example,
like the one Akoko is using.
Yeah, for example, in health, there's a terminology called PTC. In journalism, we have terminology PTC. Now, when you look at in journalism, PTC in full, it is piece to camera.
Yeah.
When you look at PTC in full in health sector, it is something totally different. So, for it means that once you're leading another sector and you are not qualified in that sector, then the terminologies there will be confusing you, because you'll be like, now, what is that? Yeah.
Okay, I get you. Now let us move on because of the interest of time. On page 5, cracks begin to emerge in Raila's party in ODM. The other week we did see,
and in fact,
we did see last week. We are seeing for the last 2 weeks we did see the famous lawyer, the Siaya governor, James Oren, coming out and spitting things that nobody expected him to speak.
I adore that gentleman.
It's okay, I'll give you time. We're going to talk about him. And again, we also see
Kisumu governor. Yeah.
Is now coming out, and it's like, what's happening in India? What is your take on what?
Let me say this, and this is my own
honest opinion.
My own opinion.
Yes.
Let me sell this to ODM brigades. No, ODM has been very active since 2007, that is 10.
205. After the 205 referendum.
But they were the first time they were in the ballot paper, that was 2007.
Yeah.
So 2007 they failed a candidate. 2013 ODM failed a candidate. 2017 they failed a candidate. 2022 they failed a candidate. Now let me tell you where the problem begins. Some of Luo politicians, most of Luo politicians, I don't want to be specific, they politically survive because of Raila Odinga's name in the ballot paper. Are you getting me? Raila decided to join the government. ODM is in the government. Let us not be cheated that we are not in the ODM as a party is in the government. That is contrary. That's against the constitution of this country. ODM is an opposition party. If opposition,
a minority party.
If opposition joins the government, then nani ataambia serikali leo unafanya makosa hapa ni sawa. It's like a referee. The ODM now is a referee. Let me get done.
Just allow me to ask you a question. Just on that. ODM is just a party.
Yes.
And opposition is involved of a coalition. We have many parties. Why do you find it a problem? We have some people who can oppose the government. We have some parties.
It was number 2. In any election, we have a winner. Number 1 and number 2. Number 1 carries the day, forms the government. Number 2, now the opposition.
So which party? Which party did carry the day?
ODM.
No, ODM never carried the day.
UDA carried the day.
The Kenya Kwanza that carried the day.
But
led by the Kenya Kwanza, in the Kenya Kwanza government, there was, in Kenya Kwanza coalition, there was UDA. There were some other parties.
Yes, but
when you look at it,
the party with the majority, the party with the majority in the government is the UDA.
Now,
the party with the majority in the opposition, we have how do you call it?
Position you're talking about.
The coalition.
Majority.
The coalition. Raila used the coalition.
The coalition was Azimio.
Yes,
Azimio was the coalition.
The party with the majority seats in the government or anywhere is the ODM. That gives them a position. Unaona? Because it has the majority. The party with the majority after the winning party becomes the opposition party. Let me take you back to 1992.
I hope you are not
In the year 1992,
now,
yes, I know I'm aware you were not yet born by then. But let me take you back to what happened in 1992 when you're not there.
But my question
let me take you back to what happened in 1992 when you're not there. You know, if
you'll take me there just a minute ago. Right now, people are saying it is the Kenya Kwanza government. They are not saying UDA government. They're saying Kenya Kwanza government has failed. Why is it called Kenya Kwanza government? Because it was a coalition of many parties joined together.
But they're not pulling out.
Kwanza.
They're pulling out.
Yes, that is the same. We also had opposition, which was Azimio. By then, if you look at it carefully, when parliament was formed, when this current parliament was formed, we learned that there were some members from different parties within the Azimio who moved and joined with the what? With the ruling coalition, and actually they were censored. They were censored, if you can remember. The ODM threatened, and Azimio threatened to take them to court. In any family,
I don't know why in any family, we have a father and children. Between a father and children, who is more superior than the other? A father. That is what happens to any coalition.
No, it is never like that.
In any coalition here,
a coalition.
Let me tell you.
When you sign a coalition agreement,
let me tell you. Let me tell you what quantifies that. Let me tell you what quantifies that.
No, it is
the
not
majority
about
side.
It is about constitutionalism.
Let me,
when
brother,
you get into a constitution, when you form a coalition, all parties within this coalition are treated equally.
No. Go do research. Go carry out research.
Why do they say?
Let me tell you what happened in 1992. 1992, there was a general election. You were not yet born.
I was.
You don't even have neighbors.
So tell us what happened.
Let me tell my brother something. Let me tell you people what happened in 1992. There was an election. After Section 2A of the Constitution was brought into being, whereby we had as many political parties as possible. We had different people contested for presidential position. We had Jaramogi Oginga.
Can you be able to
we had Kenya, we had Kanu, we had Kanu, we had...
Just to mention but a few, you've mentioned it by yourselves. Now let me tell you what happened. Who won the election? Daniel Toroitich Arap Moi. Who was number 2? Because Oginga Odinga alikuwa number 3. Jaramogi Oginga Odinga was person 3. We had people like the Omar Wakijana, Shoita Shitanda, they were in the league. And then, despite the fact that Jaramogi Odinga was number 3, but he was declared as the opposition party. Why? Yet he was number 3.
Because by then
he had the majority, and the majority was spread. Countrywide.
I understand it.
Number 2. Let me get done.
Who was number 2?
But there were no coalition.
Yeah, by then there was no
coalition.
I'm just telling you.
It was elevated to that position of the opposition.
Since you are not there, you will not listen to this. Let me come to that right now. In every family, I said it before. In every family, tukuna baba, mama na watoto. Si ndio? Umesema baba ni mkubwa. Ama mama ni mkubwa, ama watoto ni mkubwa. Tuseme ni baba. Si ndio? In coalition, tukuna party, ukuna party, tukuna party. We are together. We formed a coalition. During the election, kuna watu wake ambao wamesimama wanang'ang'ania kiti mbalimbali na chama chako. Yeye pia kuna watu wake wanang'ang'ania kiti na chama chake. Si ndio? Lakini mimi pia niko na watu ambao wanang'ang'ania kiti na chama chake. Tumeketi chini kama ya kwamba Koko carry the day. Be the flag bearer. before mimi nikuwe flag bearer politically, ni lazima nikuwa supported na watu wengi sana kukushinda. Sindio? Watu wengi ambao wanakushinda. That is why should Raila form, anytime Raila forms a coalition with others, yeye ndiye anakuanga flag bearer. Kwa sababu gani? He has huge followers.
I think that is because he had
let me get done.
Let members to vote him, because they always go for.
That is why I'm saying he controls a crowd. Politics is a matter of numbers. Security in politics is measured by how many people are following you. That is it. Are you getting me? That's why I said during Azimio we had a ODM party. ODM party, they field candidates everywhere. Are you getting me? So we had ODM, we had DAPK, we had Jubilee, we had NAC Kenya. All these people were under Azimio. Na baba alikuwa ni nani? Mkubwa kwa hii ni ODM. So when ODM decided, and remember, they are the group that fill presidential candidates.
Akoko, this one I'm not going to allow you to mislead,
because I'm not
mislead the audience. I'm not going to allow you to speak something that does not have a head, neither the tail.
What is your own thought? Let me tell you one thing, brother. Let me tell you one thing. If you want to make a good journalist,
it is okay.
Carry your own research.
It is okay.
This thing is in the constitution. We have political parties act. Go read more about political parties act. You will know this thing.
It's okay, I understand.
Are you getting
it?
So the problem here, let me tell you where the problem
lies. You want
lies.
to tell me, and I also want to tell you, because you're not going. Don't think you're the only person reading the constitution.
You know we are now.
The point is,
we are not gambling here. We are in a debate.
That's why I want to tell you what is in the constitution. When you form a coalition government, all the parties involved.
That is chapter.
Quote
that chapter. Quote that article. Quote that sub-article.
It is not
so
about quoting
our
viewers.
But we cannot. We can't just wake up one morning and then say the constitution says this.
You see,
we are being guided by the rule of law.
Can I ask you a question?
We have different acts.
Can I ask you a question?
Go ahead.
Ask a simple question.
Go ahead.
Jesus wept. That's a verse in the Bible.
That is biblical allusion. We are in politics.
No, I'm just asking you a question.
No.
What I'm trying to bring to you is that
we are in politics. Let us talk about politics.
Even those you see quoting the constitution one by one, they carry a document that they are able to do.
We are in a political debate, please.
What I'm trying to say.
If you want us to talk about Christian things or holistic stories,
let me ask you a question.
Let
me ask another question. What is contained in Article 2 of the Constitution?
Article 2
of the Constitution.
Chapter what?
Article 2, Chapter 1.
Chapter 1 talk about the supremacy of power.
I mean chapter 1. Chapter 2 of the Constitution. Article 1.
Chapter 2.
Article 1 of the Constitution.
Chapter 2 of the Constitution.
What does it contain?
Brother.
Don't shy back to brother. What I'm trying to tell you is you cannot cram the whole constitution. There are people who do that. I don't have the ability. But if you give me a constitution, I can open to you and tell you this what is it, this what I'm speaking
Chapter
about.
2, let me answer you. Chapter 2, okay. Chapter 2 of the Constitution talks about freedom and fundamental rights. That is it.
Chapter 6.
Chapter 6 it's talking about leadership and integrity. Chapter 4 talks about what? The Bill of Rights. So my brother,
what I'm saying is
I'm really supporting Orengo. Orengo is saying we are the opposition. The law doesn't allow us to form to join this government. Should we form this government, who is going to play that opposition role? Are you getting me? We have some MPs like Atandi. We have some people like Homa Bay Senator or that part of Kajuang, Moses Kajuang. Most of these people that actually are against who? Against Senator Governor James Agri Bob Orengo. Their lives depend more so on that ODM, and that is why you will see these leaders talking about ODM. Then there is ODM. They are never their electorates. They are forgotten about electorates. They are forgotten about there is bad road, pathetic roads, no schools, health deteriorating.
But you know what you are saying? You are saying that you travel from here to Siaya using a bus. Then you drop that bus and you want to come back to Migori footing. Is it possible?
How do you link what I'm talking about? How do you link your statement with what I'm talking about?
I'm linking my statement with this. ODM was a bus that carried them into the leadership where they are.
Yes.
Why do you expect them to abandon ODM and now start championing for something else?
How do they abandon the ODM? Raila Nani Orengo is still governor, Sia governor. He had in the constitution we have freedom of speech. You speak, speak from right inside. I was part and parcel of this Migori County government. I formed this government. Most of my statements have been criticizing bad things about that. But that's not me that I'm not in the government. I criticize positively from within. So Orengo is also criticizing ODM, some of these decisions that are being made by the ODM bridges. That is what he's against. He's not against ODM party.
I see Lennox want to say something.
Lennox
want
help
to say
me
something.
here. We came a very long way together. Let Mr. Gadi understand us. Gadi, understand.
Okay. Lennox want to say something. Lennox.
I'm not done. Why do you want to give him a chance before I get done?
We'll give you time. Allow Lennox to speak.
This was will evaporate.
Okay, so can we give you 1 minute?
Yes. Even less than, even I'm saying this.
Okay, summarize in 30 minutes, 30 seconds.
I'm saying this. You can never be a praise and worship team always. Tell your boss, my boss, you've done A, B, C, D. Hiyo imaanisha ya kwamba hauna heshima kwa mkubwa. Sema tu kweli, hii na hii inatendeka. Orengo anaongea kama kiongozi. Kwani unaanza kanio macho Orengo anatandi. Kanio macho Orengo and what's kajua. Orengo, in fact Orengo even ventured into politics a couple of years ago. Kwanza yeye ametangulia Raila kwa siasa. Unaona? Orengo told Raila, tukiingia kwa hii chama, kwa hii serikali haitakuwa nzuri. Let us play our opposition role. This is the same thing. The like-minded people with DAPK party leader Wamalwa kijana Eugene Wamalwa. We have people like Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka, Wiper Party, Martha Karua, na Kenya. We agreed that now that the election outcome imekuwa hivi, we are in the opposition side. Why now unataka kwenda kufanya serikali? Which law guarantees that? So ODM is so confusing. I'm supporting who? James Agri Bob Orengo. We are not supposed to join this government. This boat is sinking.
Okay, it was 1 minute.
Kenyans are selling their kidneys.
It is 1 minute.
Because there is no employment going on. We only have 2 tribes in Kenya here. The problem with us here, with our leaders in Kenya, we have only 2 tribes. 1, the poor. 2, the richer. The poor get more poor. The rich will get more richer. That's the only 2 tribes we have in Kenya here. How can you sell your kidney and you're being paid 100,000 shillings?
Okay.
Yet the middleman is being paid 29,000, 29 million. I'm telling me, that's club.
Okay.
I'm not boarding this government.
It is okay.
I'm not Mr. Producer. Let me tell these people.
You are not supposed to board.
Mr. Producer. I'm not boarding this government.
It is okay.
I'm calling upon Kenya. This is a failed government.
Okay, it's okay.
We will not join it.
It's
Agogo, you're 30 seconds.
Even our sons, Mbadi, is in the government. Hata kama yeye ni nani, we will not join that government.
It's okay.
Even if our son, that is from Siaya, by the way, there was an incident at Siaya. You've been discussing that later on.
Okay.
Here's the government. Okay. We are not joining that government. We are in the opposition.
It is okay.
And I want to tell Orengo, we are on your side. We will stand by your side.
Say Akoko, say I am on your side, not we. You are
we.
Say
my
you.
wife, my people.
Okay, sir, I understand.
That my people, but they were,
Now,
apart from being a journalist, get to know that I'm a politician.
Okay.
I have people behind me here.
It's okay.
Those people are supporting Orengo.
At
Orengo will stand by your side.
Your 30 seconds.
It's over.
Are over. Your 30 seconds are
Now
over.
ready to speak.
I'm being guided by two people. I'm at a stake. Mr. Producer, help me out.
No,
You have gathered up
we gave
against
you time
me.
to speak. We gave you time to
So,
speak.
proceed. But with moderation.
You say that a good communicator should be
A good
listening.
listener. Mm.
Yeah.
Now I'm listening.
You never listened, but anyway, it's okay. Now, we have the ODM brigades, and recently we had Moses Kajwang when he attended a burial in Migori County. He emphasized that there's a very big difference between sycophancy and loyalty. And he said that Raila is not a sycophant. Raila is someone who is loyal to Kenyans. And he said that as ODM party, they will work together with the government. And they will watakosoa serikali wakiwa ndani. Everything that maybe everything that maybe the government is doing contrary to their opinion, they will oppose it wakiwa ndani. And surprisingly, we've never seen them doing that. So, and again, we have some other ODM brigades who are not supporting the broad-based government thing.
Like myself.
Like Akoko.
Akoko, the other time he
We
said
have
he's not
Sifuna.
an ODM member.
I'm a Kenyan.
He's not an ODM
But he's
member.
now
I wonder why
confirming.
today is turning to be.
I'm not an ODM member. I've
Okay,
never joined that party.
okay, that is that. We have the likes of Babu Owino. We have the likes of James Orengo, who are opposing the broad-based government. And we have Nyong'o, who is he the deputy party leader?
Yes.
Yes. Who is also now criticizing the government. I can say he's criticizing the government within. But if in any case he's also not happy with the broad-based government, then tutajua hapo mbele. But this crack we see in ODM, it is something that we should never be seeing, because it is sending a signal that maybe hapa mbele mambo yataharibika. Because when you are a father, you are a dad, back there at your home, I know you are a father, and I know you are firstborn. So when nikienda kwako, then I get your son. Then he tells me, you know what, my dad said he doesn't want you here. And then when I come to you, you pretend that you want me to at least visit you. I'll have to listen to what your son is saying. So it means that even the government right now should be very careful with the ODM brigades, because some children of ODM, let me say that, some children of ODM are opposing the government.
The founder members.
So, and these are some of the founder members. So it means that UDA as a party, as the current party in government, and even Kenya Kwanza itself as a government, should be very careful with ODM as a party. Yes.
Okay, now let me bring this categorically what Nyong'o said, because I don't like to be like just speaking without knowing the bone of contention. Why
Nyong'o was criticizing the national government for the road maintenance levy, that the government is holding it, yet the road maintenance levy should go to the counties itself.
Now listen to this.
Yeah.
allowed the governors to manage the evolution.
Yeah.
Nyong'o makes reference to the ongoing steps between the county government and the central government over the management of roads fund. You see, now looking at this carefully, we had seen the MPs wants to manage the rural roads.
The rural roads and all that. Yeah.
The county government wants to manage the roads and whatever. The national government feels this road should be maintained. The road should be a national government project. Now, Nyong'o just came out to say this should be devolved to the county government, which to me is a positive criticism. To me, it is a very, very positive criticism. So I don't know why Akoko is bringing a lot of stories on this badala instead of just understanding this is the contention.
What is the contention? The bone of contention?
Akoko has been speaking here for long. The bone of contention is Nyong'o is saying the county government should be allowed to manage the road.
And that's an opposition role.
Uh-huh.
What Nyong'o is doing ought to be done by Raila Odinga because he's the opposition leader.
Listen.
And Raila couldn't do that because he's in the government.
You see, Akoko, you are not understanding. You are jump starting the gun. And when you do that, you not get most of the points right. Whatever he's doing is very right. We really appreciate that. But the point is, at the same time, we have to know where to strike the balance and where not to strike the balance. So I agree with this. But again, looking at it, I don't know why, I think to some extent, some of the Luo leaders love being in the position.
Like myself.
They don't like being in the government, because look at this. If it were that it was another community who formed a broad-based government, who decided to join Ruto, no, these all dramatic, theatric statements will not be there. But since it is the community from the leadership from this area, now it turned out to be something.
Can I say something?
Yes, say something, because we want to move to tune of the day before we summarize.
Let me. Do you know why we've not succeeded as Luos?
I don't know. Tell me.
The problem with us is the ODM party. Even how they handle their primaries. Awkward.
Akoko, that one.
Let me talk at
the. See, you can't just speak blind like that. You can't.
So let me substantiate my statement.
A blanket statement like that. We
have
seen all these parties.
Like I said
whenever
before, if you want to make a good speaker, learn to be a good listener. Give me time I speak.
I'm giving you time.
Stop being judgmental. I'm not yet done.
I'm
let me get done, then you speak after me. Can I go ahead?
Yes, go ahead.
2007. Okay. 2013. ODM field a presidential candidate who is Ramola Odinga. Baba. Tena nampenda sana. 2017.
The same unampenda and you are not in his party.
The same loving someone does not mean I have to follow to join his party. 2017, 2022. Wakenya wengi hasa Wajaluo wanajitokeza wakati watu wanafanya primaries. Lakini wale ambao wanashinda huko chini, kuna mtu ambaye anapewa tiketi nganganie ugavana na tiketi cha ODM, lakini hako ameshinda. Wale ambao walikuwa na support huyo mtu mwingine, yani wanadhoofika. Ikifika general election, they don't go and vote. Are you getting me? Same to parliamentary seats. Unaona? Anytime my boss, let me advise ODM brigades. If they were to conduct election, let it be fair, credible and transparent. So ili Wakenya wasiwe na uoga.
Are you not out of topic?
Unaona? How am I not out of topic? Listen.
What we are discussing was about the crack in ODM.
He said, these are the things that bring cracks in the ODM. These are the part of the problems. Are you getting me? Hey, listen, my brother, my younger brother. These are one of the problems that are currently we are going to do. Let them ensure this house is mopped. The ODM brigadier mop this house. Then people will automatically follow you up. And if you want to know there is a very big gap in the ODM, should they continue like this? Wait, what will happen come 2027, God willing? Majority from this region, particularly the Luo region, will be voted based on agenda, not a party. And I'm calling upon my colleague, my dear electorate, as you vote, let's vote basing our mind on leadership skills, not political parties affiliation. Vote Gabi based on his developmental agenda, developmental track record. We vote based on your development track record, not you've been brought in by a political party. You being in ODM will not make people vote you. I being in UDA or whichever party will never make an elected to vote me. Must be voted based on our developmental track record. That is what should bring the difference. Okay. Are you getting me?
Okay,
is message home?
Message is home.
Go back home, tell your brothers and sisters, let us vote using our thoughts, not stomach.
You know, you seem to shock me. Because if someone who has been voting with the stomach, I believe it's you.
Not me.
Okay, Nani, you are talking about the tune of the day. Can we move there with speed for the interest of time?
Today I can't see quote of the day.
You can't see on page 10?
I can't see quote of the day. I cannot see Pope planting trees.
Pope.
This is weird.
It's shocking me.
Yeah. Okay, quote of the day we can see Samson Cherargei, Nandi senator, saying that Kisumu Governor Anyang' Nyong'o should ask his colleagues in the Council of Governors to account for ballooning corruption, poor development performance, and insatiable greed for public funds. Yeah, and there, you know, Governor Chilo said this when he was saying that MPs, please just bring money to counties. Don't bother about the corruption in the county. Because there are bodies that are mandated to investigate corruption in counties. Counties are not corrupt. Don't claim that counties are corrupt. Because counties are not corrupt. Ensure that money comes to the counties and leave others to the bodies mandated to investigate corruption cases. Yes.
Another from Bomet Senator
Hilary Sigay.
We believe that good governance cannot be preserved in material poverty, mass hopelessness, and the targeting of communities and regions for isolation as a result of their previous or current political choices. Get that?
We can see some MP James Nikal saying that allegations of organ trafficking at medical hospitals are a serious matter that touches on the dignity and the reputation of Kenyans medical profession. We intend to get to the bottom of it. And remember, James Nikal is a medical doctor. Yeah.
Dr. Nikal.
Yeah. Tune of the day. I can see. I don't know whether it. Okay. There's a smoke.
Akoko is shocked what we are laughing at.
Akoko, just have a look at this.
Look at the tune of the day.
Just look at the tune of the day. You know, I was reading an article And it's it that maybe when the election is going on, there are some things that they ban, and they ban it until the smokes becomes white. Once the BCG wakijaribu ya kwanza smoke ikitoka siji gray nini, so there's something it resembles. Once the correct pope is already is chaguad, then that smoke now pops out. And then they say, now this is the chosen pope. Now
where is the origin of this smoke?
I don't know. There's some things that they ban. According to the article I read, is that there are some things that they ban, but then they can ban it even 10 times or 20 times, so long as they get the kind of smoke they need. So that is the pope who is chosen by God.
So this that pope that bans that thing?
No. The council that selects the pope. Yeah. And it is something that is done in secrecy. Yeah. So nyinyi mnaona tu smoke. Mkiona smoke, then when the right smoke comes, I don't know the color, but when the right smoke comes, then it means that the pope is selected. Now, according to Tune of the Day, there are people who are really waiting to know the next pope.
The next pope.
And then on the other side of the
we call it the chimney.
The chimney, we can see a black smoke. Black smoke. And now one of the people who are waiting for the next pope is saying that I guess the black smoke means that the next pope will be a black African.
I'm ready
to be a pope.
to be a pope.
So, but again, since the pope died, we've seen very many people saying that now it is time for Africa. Now it is time for Africa. So the big question, will the next pope become an African? You are an Adventist, Akoko.
We are being,
you are an Adventist. You are an SDA.
Let me tell you something that is now happening, and it is quite ironical. I even wrote it somewhere on my page.
Is it related to the Pope issue?
Yes.
Okay.
It is related to what we are talking about. I don't know whether I can.
You can paraphrase it.
I can paraphrase it again.
Yeah, paraphrase it.
But there is something that I said. I said something very important here.
I think I saw it. I read it.
You read it?
Yeah.
I just want to be very accurate. There is something that I wrote. Anyway.
Is it about religion? We should go back to our roots. Yeah, I saw it.
We are being misled.
Yeah.
We are being misled by some people.
By the Western religion.
Exactly. Oh no. We are being told ABCD is happening. Yet, when we go back to our African culture, Luos, we knew we had one God, Obongo Nyakalaga. Are you getting me? And these people, they have brought us Bible. They are using Bible to tame us. Yet, with them, they do so many things. Kwani ni lazima Pope atoke to Vatican? Ni lazima atoke Vatican? This time around we want to see Pope from Kenya.
But the late Pope was the first Pope from the Latin America, from Argentina.
We are all Christians. Whites wamekuwa Pope ya kutosha. Asi kuja Africa hapa. If nobody is willing to take that position, then I'm here.
You are an Adventist.
I was born and we are serving God.
But you talk about culture. You are telling us to get back to our roots. Now you want to be a pope.
So if they want us to be at equilibrium state whereby we all balance, this time round, let us also have Pope in Africa here, preferably in Kenya, specifically in Nyanza.
I was reading something a few days ago about the same pope.
Yeah.
In Kenya, the only person who was supposed to vote, who voted the late pope, was John Jue. He cannot vote now because he's over age now.
Then we have Bishop Cardinal Philip Anyolo.
Is he alone?
Anyolo is not that good.
In Africa, I think it's only going to be one.
Or we have Bishop Odima
from Ghana.
Yes.
So last time it was from Kenya.
We had one from Kenya and from Ghana. But you see the age.
Age limit.
Yeah.
So we have our brother here, Bishop Dima from Karungu here. Let him be given that position.
My friend, things are not that.
We are serving God irrespective of the denomination. What matters? Okay, there is only one question that I keep on asking myself. God, now I'm serving you. After this life, where will I go to? My main intent, the reason as to why I go to church, the reason why as to why I respect my elders, my main intention, how I wish one day one time nikimaliza safari yangu hapa duniani mimi pia niende mbinguni.
How did you know there is heaven?
Heaven.
If you want to get back to your roots.
Heaven. The Bible explains that.
And you are the same person who said these people come to us with the Bible to tame us.
Some chapters. Are you aware that we have additional chapters in the Bible?
Which additional chapters?
2 additional chapters in the Bible. You Habakkuk and which one? They were never existing before. They were never before.
Help your friend.
Oh. This one is
It's
beyond.
the elder brother.
No, I don't need his help.
I can't help it.
I'm contented.
I can't help
He
it.
said about
There are some things. There are some things. Let me tell you one thing. There are some things. There are some things that we need to learn.
Just a minute. I'm giving you 1 minute to wind up.
A minute.
Yeah. To say
As old as I am, you want to give me a minute to wind up,
No,
brother.
it's okay, Akoko.
We are summarizing.
Yes. I'll give you 1 minute to summarize. Then I give you the 1 minute to summarize. Then I wind it up.
No, brother. You must.
Okay, I donate my 1 minute to you. Now speak.
Yeah, he has donated his 1 minute to me.
Okay.
You also donate 1 minute.
I know he can't donate because he's the one who will speak last.
We're heading somewhere. We also have some other activities to attend to.
I wanted to say something, brother. In life, if God has placed you in a position, I can't see myself, Mr. Producer. If God has placed you in a position, please. A wise man once said this. Mr. Producer, I can't see myself. A wise man, a wise man, my producer, and I'm not serious. A wise man once said this. When you find yourself in a position to help someone, do it with all your heart, because you never know. God himself could be answering that person's prayer through you. And our purpose on this third planet Earth is not just to get lost in the wilderness, but to be light to others, so that they can also find their ways through you. What am I trying to say? If God has placed you in any position where you handle people or where you handle issues, please be respectful. Nowadays, I'm trying to compare a hen, a hen. Our hen behave and human being behave. Hens are more clever than even us human beings. Do you know what a hen does? Do you know what a hen does?
Tell
I want to let you know how a hen behaves. A hen, bueno madako.
I remember you're summarizing.
Let me tell you how a hen behaves.
Yes.
A hen, first of all, it has to sit down and plan herself. Before a hen lays an egg, she has to sit down and plan herself. First of all, she first lays enough eggs before sitting on them. That is planning. Number 2, discipline. After a hen starts sitting on her eggs, she minimizes her movement. That is what we call a what? Discipline. Number 3, sacrifice and self-denial. Life is all about sacrifice and self-denial. Now let me tell you how a hen sacrifices. A hen, she physically loses weight while sitting on her eggs due to decreased feeding. Self-denial. Hakuli vile alikuwa kikula awali. Number 4, she can sit on her egg She can sit on a hen, on another hen. When you talk on it, tongue, nyate, when a man of Konyuolo. Even you. That is what we call generosity. As human beings, we need to be generous. Number 5. A hen sits on a egg for 21 days while patiently waiting. Even if they do not hatch, she will lay egg again. Life. That teaches about faith. We must be faithful. We must be hope. And we should not be discouraged. As you cannot buy a vehicle. With the time you will do that. So you should not be discouraged by your friends. Number 6. These are the lessons that we human beings need to learn from a hen. Number 6. Sensitive and discerning. We must be sensitive. How do we learn that from a hen? She detects unfertilized egg and rolls them out. Sensitive. You must know what to do at what time. If I follow this path, it will lead me to the wrong direction. If you follow this path, hen does that when she's laying her egg. Number 7. She abandons the rotten eggs and starts caring for the hatched chickens, even if it's only one. Remember, wisdom, consciousness, and realistic. Life is a matter of being realistic. I'm speaking to leaders. I'm comparing these leaders to the hen. Number 8. No one touches her chickens. Umeona kuku ambaye amezaa, hata kama wewe ndio mwenyewe, enda ushike mtu wake, atakufanya nini? What is she doing? She is so protective. She protects her children. Do they protect us? Do our leaders protect us? Why is the government, when children are donating their kidney at a cost of, okay, where is this government when youths are donating their kidney at a cost of 100,000 just to buy a motorbike to feed their families? Which government is that? Kakistocracy. Number 9. A hen gathers. No, number 10. She cannot. I'm concluding. Number 10. She cannot abandon her chicks before they mature. Mentorship. A leader is a mentor. To conclude by number 10. She is always in front of her chickens. Leadership. Be in front. Not talk for them. Ladies and gentlemen, let me conclude by saying this. Thanks for your sufficient time. I'm talking about viewers. Thanks for your sufficient time. Continue tuning into BTV. End up on social media. Go to your Facebook page. Go to your YouTube page. Like and share. I'm supporting Fred Okengo Matiang'i. Fred Okengo Matiang'i is a good man. I'm calling upon our brothers and sisters, please, let us join hands together and we support Fred Okengo Matiang'i. Okay. This time round, we will join hands to ensure that one of us, Fred Okengo Matiang'i, is voted as the next Kenyan president, so that we vote this kakistocrat outside. Fred Okengo Matiang'i, my brothers from Luo region, my brothers from Western Kenya, all GNCs, my fellow Kenyans, let us join hands together. We support one of our own, Fred Okengo Matiang'i. Fred Okengo Matiang'i, should we vote you in CAM 2017, don't behave the same way your colleagues used to behave. Thank you very much. God bless you. We shall meet again at God's appropriate stipulated time. My name is Frederick Akoko.
Okay. Thank you so much, Frederick, for the lengthy summary. I think the one long will not be enough, but for the lengthy summary.
Thank you so much, dear viewers.
Let me give
thank you so much. So the only thing we want you to know is that what Akoko said is his opinion. Well,
I was not talking about
the
something.
advice he gave you was good, but when it comes to supporting Fred Okengo Matiang'i, we as BTV, that is his opinion and his support. So please
Amen.
don't affiliate us with supporting Okengo Matiang'i. Have a good day. Have a good Thursday. Amodede.
Okay. Thank you so much, Mr. Lennox. Thank you so much, Mr. Coco. Thank you for the time that you have spent. We have spent here. Thank you for spending time to come and be with us. We are grateful. Just like Odede has summarized, what Akopa said and his own opinion, his own choice, and we have to respect that. But that is not the decision that we have made as BTV. That is his personal decision.
I was not talking
Others,
about
thank you so much
BTV on behalf of the BTV.
Coco,
I was talking about it on my own behalf.
Okay, Akopa, allow me to summarize. Thank you so much. So thank you so much, my dear viewers, for keeping tuned to BTV. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for subscribing. Till tomorrow, the same time, the same place. Please keep tuned, keep sharing. You are welcome to come for the show anytime. You have something to say, feel free. Remember, BTV constituent company, that is Blackman Studios, is up, and photography like never before. Indoor photography, that is photo shoot. We also do outdoor. We have a lot. Please visit us in Migori, Ruba, Tiendege stage on Nijo. Visit there. You get much and marvelous photography that will shock you and carry your memories to the next generation. Only in Blackman Studios. Remember, Blackman Graphics Digital also brings you graphic design, printing of all types of printing, beginning from general printing, large format printing, branding, and we also provide advertising of different products that you may have. Reach unto us. We'll be very grateful and give you the service that we offer. Thank you so much for keeping listening to BTV. Till tomorrow the same time. Have a wonderful Thursday.